Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to some more VGC. So today we are just going to continue using the Ho-Oh team to try and rank up back into Master Ball tier. Unfortunately, after even 3 wins straight, we're still in Great Ball tier 9, but that's okay. I think that the team has what it takes to get into Master Ball tier, and hopefully I do as a player too. So we have a Rayquaza, Milotic, and Electabuzz team. Wow, this is cool. Okay. I have no idea what Electabuzz does. I'm gonna just put that out there. I don't know what that Pokemon does. Okay, so the Electabuzz plus Kartana make Feeny a bit of a hard ask. Rillaboom again just isn't very good here. Obviously Ho-Oh is very strong. Their only real out to Ho-Oh is the Electabuzz, so it makes me wonder if they actually bring it. Okay. So what else do I want to bring? Ho-Oh helps deal with the Kartana, obviously. The Grimmsnarl lead is a bit rough. I think leading Feeny Alecki is fine here. It covers for the Rayquaza lead. Kind of helps out with Grimmsnarl. Milotic basically becomes a non-issue. So bring the Ho-Oh. Then it's either Hitmonlee or Incineroar. Double Fire doesn't seem too bad here. Problem is not having Fake Out pressure, but Intimidate is pretty nice. Alright, we're running with Double Fire. I do feel like they bring the Milotic. I mean, the last time I thought they wouldn't bring the Milotic, this time I do think they'll bring it, so we'll see. No, I'm assuming your opponent leads Grimmsnarl plus something. What that something is, I'm not 100% sure. They might lead the Milotic, assuming I'm going to lead Incin. We'll see. I know, like, whenever I use Milotic or anything with competitive or Defiant, I always get annoyed if my opponent leads Intimidate. It's like, bro, you know that you, like, lose to this, right? But they're gonna lead the Rayquaza and their Intimidator. So Tapu Fini's in a really good spot here. Airlock will obviously go off. We get Misty Surge, so the Rayquaza is faster than Fini, which makes complete sense. And then obviously Intimidate comes out. So I can make a very aggressive play in Volt Switch and assume that they're not going to Fake Out, or if they are going to Fake Out, it's going to be into Feeny. Calm Mining here is super aggressive. And so is Volt Switching. So we're going to go for the double aggressive play. It's not going to work out for us, but we're going to go for it. I'm not really sure what the better play is there. It's probably hard switching out. Is that Milotic? I was tempted to Volt Switch that slot. Electabuzz. Does it get... I thought Electabuzz got Murder Drive, not the electric one. Lightning Rod. I could be wrong. That was my assumption going into this. So they do max the Ray immediately. I assume it's an Airstream into the Feeny. That also shit a lot. So it is Murder Drive, it's not. And we just go Incin here to get Intimidate off into both Electabuzz and Rayquaza. Rayquaza could very well be special. I've seen a lot of... When I was looking for Rayquaza teams, just for the sake of it, there was a lot of teams based around special. It's going to be Quake, so it will go into the Incin slot. We actually die still. My god. That's surprising. Because I don't think it gets Earth Power. But I could be wrong. Rayquaza gets a lot of moves. And they don't show Life Orb. It's even more interesting. I assumed that if I died, it would be to a Life Orb hit. Huh. Well, losing Incin there's a bit rough. Makes a Alecki tempting. Yeah, Ho-Oh. For my opponent, what do you do? You could... Because I could max the Feeny here. And just go for Starfall into the Ray. I'm gonna double the Ray slot. It's probably not a good idea, but because they could always double the Feeny, which is why I'm tempted to protect Feeny. But I mean, I have two Pokemon out that are, I think, are worth attention. So I just don't know if they want to split their damage. I also think both are viable Dynamax options, but I think the Ho-Oh is definitely more obvious as a Dynamax because it is the legend. So yeah, I'm not really sure on this turn. I'm still a bit shook over Incin dying. That's all. I would have thought it would have lived. I don't recall it was strong, but still. Yeah, so there's the Airstream into the Feeny, which is kind of why I wanted to protect it. So it's probably a double up into the Feeny, I would assume. I should have protected Feeny, shouldn't I? It's Thunderwave. Yikes. Okay, is it Policy? And I get fully paralyzed. Of course I do. Of course I do. Okay. Protect the Feeny this turn, and we attempt to Airstream again into the Rayquaza. That's frustrating. That is very frustrating. I think if you're my opponent, you just double into the Feeny this turn. That would be my assumption. A Feint? Wow. Alright. If I hadn't protected there, they were in trouble. But I guess the protect is obvious. I don't know. If I get fully paralyzed again, I'm going to be a little bit mad. Okay, good. This should hopefully KO. Yeah, cool. So Thunderwave Feints are pretty much full support set. They probably have Thunder Punch or Thunderbolt or something, is my assumption. The Electabuzz does have two speed boosts, which is a bit annoying. Feeny being so low is also very annoying. So then they're also very likely to be a Violite on the Electabuzz. Instant comes back in. Yeah, this is actually really bad because I need to KO this Electabuzz now. Losing that turn, like being paralyzed that turn, is gonna cost us real badly. Alright, we switch out there. And Flare. Flare's not gonna KO, we're -1, but still. How can I play this differently? Like, the Ho-Oh switch in on the Rayquaza seems very, like, hard read kind of thing. They didn't fake out, which is... And they parting shot. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, not really sure. Sorry, I'm trying to think if I can still win this. Brimsnell's interesting. Okay. Good lord, dude. I mean, I know I'm -1, but still. The biggest problem I have is Aleki can't touch Electabuzz. That is like the #1 big problem I have. So I'm going to T-Bolt here, and I'm going to Sacred Fire. I was tempted to switch, but I want to try and get a burn off. Okay, so they just switch out into instant. I'm assuming screens go up. Yeah, light screen. That makes sense. That still was a lot. I'll take any damage onto that Ensign. It's an interesting switch on their part, I think, because I could have pretty easily... What do you do now if you're my opponent? Switch out Grim? Or Parting Shot again? You could switch out Grim into Electabuzz, Parting Shot, bring back in Grim. Or you just attack, expecting Feeny to come in, which would make sense. I just need to reset my attack, basically. I'm at -3. And I kind of need... I need to make some good reads on this, where this Electabuzz is coming in. Yeah, that's good damage. It's just Parting Shot. Okay. I was half expecting the Grimmsnarl to switch out. It's probably might be Spirit Break, maybe. Because it's definitely attacking. What a frustrating game to start with. It's just Spirit Break. Into the lucky slot. And they crit me, man. Come on, dude. Okay. Let's get some healing back. Okay. Volt Switch here. Protect here. They might feint plus Spirit Break again if they really expect this. Gonna do it anyway. That thing having feint is really annoying. Okay, Reflect. Okay, Reflect makes sense because I have a Ho-Oh in the back. Okay, so we know it's got Spirit Break, Reflect, Light Screen, maybe Fake Out. Bring the Ho-Oh back in. Thunder Punch into the Protect. It's good. Get more leftovers. Alright, I'm going to Sacred Fire the Grimmsnarl slot. And Muddy Water. Man, they've been calling these, hey. I was expecting Buzz to switch out. I would have thought you really needed your Buzz not to get burnt. Actually, I guess you gotta, you're on a Misty Terrain, so it makes sense. I also really expected Finny to live that. Anyway. It's fine. Sunlight fades. And so do my hopes of winning this game. Okay. Can I still win? Hmm. 2 more turns of Misty Terrain. Sacred Fire here. And just T-Bolt here. Aerial Fake Out. I mean, I kind of expected it. Oh, we lived. God, man. That's definitely a Violax. That is doing absolutely nothing. Okay, so they definitely just feint the Aleki again, which I can literally do nothing about. So it's Sacred Fire again, and Thunderbolt. Yep. And they just Parting Shot the Ho-Oh. I mean, I just wonder if they have enough damage, if that makes sense. Like, I probably run out of moves, honestly, before... Unless I just get paralyzed a lot. This is gonna be a really long end game. What I'll do, I'm gonna play this out, If this doesn't work out in my favor, I'll just cut till the end, because this is going to take a long time. Alright, we're back. But yeah, long story short, I got paralyzed 3 turns in a row. That's, yeah. Alright, so we have a Calrex Shadow, a Glastria, an Indeedee, a Lecky Phoenix. It's a really interesting game because their only form of speed control is the Lecky. They have redirection, obviously, with the Indeedee. How does this team actually deal with that? I wonder. Rillaboom? Rillaboom might actually be really good here. Rillaboom or Lecky is not awful. And that's really the best thing you can say about versing a Calrex Shadow. They're going to bring the Lee and bring the Ho-Oh. Incineroar could actually is like extremely good here though. This one. Sorry, thought I had someone knocking at the door. Alright, we'll see how we go. Rillaboom being slow should help us out if they do decide to lead the Indeedee Calrex. Something tells me they won't. But they might just try and go Unga Bunga mode. We'll see. Oh, they tried to go Unga Bunga mode. There you go. I hope we're slower than Indeedee. Okay, there's one. If we're not slower than Indeedee, then I'm screwed. Son of a... that's very frustrating. Okay. That is so frustrating. Why is this thing faster than Indeedee? I probably should. I mean, we're no speed investment, so that is like min speed Indeedee. Okay. What would you do? Because you're going to stop me electrowebbing you, right? Would you protect? Sub? Bring in Lee. They actually just follow Mead? Dude. Seriously? It's good Volt Switch damage, but... Alright. You can't outspeed him. Well, if you do outspeed him, just set it up again later. Here's hoping AV Rillaboom lives a... what I'm assuming is an expanding force, but it's probably Astral Barrage. Hitmonlee's not going to live it. He's just a sacrificial lamb. It is expanding force. Into Lee? Into Rilla. Ooh. Nice. Okay. Well, now that we have this, now what do we do? Do they expect the wide guard? Probably. They max here. They might follow me. I mean, I have to Grassy Glide, right? They probably switch out Indeedee, but then it's like, do you really want to eat a Grassy Glide? No Life Orb either. They do max, okay. The max was kind of obvious, but it's also like... what if they don't? Do you know what I mean? Like, what if they're just like, oh, I'll just Astral Barrage and follow me. I could have faked out the Indeedee. Honestly, I half expect it to switch, if I'm being honest. Yeah, so the wide guard's kind of obvious, but... yeah, follow me. Okay. So I could have faked out to stop that. But assuming, I'm hoping this knocks out. Okay, that's extremely unfortunate. And they set up Mindstorm. Okay. Okay. Can I get Grim Name, man? Come on. I hate Korex. I really, really do. Alright, let's bring the Ho-Oh. It's gonna close combat and airstream. That's what I should have done last turn, just close combated. Considering that Grassy Glide did nothing, I'm assuming close combat's not going to KO. Man. I'm pretty much at this point assuming Ho-Oh lives a max Mindstorm from a +1 Calyrex in Psychic terrain, and Lord knows that's not going to happen. But we'll see. Maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. Yeah, well, at least that knocks out. Okay. I do live. This is just not my day, dude. This is just not my day. That's so damn depressing. Okay. I have a Lecky in the back too. I wonder if CC KOs a Lecky. So if we don't get crit there, instead of taking 300 damage, we take 200, which means we're still above half. Obviously we have an Lecky to deal with. How much does CC do? Yeah, I hate to see it. Okay. Okay. I was tempted to try and switch Lee out into a Lecky there. I mean, we just wide guard, right? And hope we live a Thunderbolt. And do we flare here or airstream? 2 airstream still won't make us faster. I think we have to go all in on the wide guard flare play. And we have to hope now that Ho-Oh lives an attack from the Lecky, which we almost certainly don't because of the crit. Okay. Like, they know I have wide guard, so the Lecky switches. Okay. Okay. Tell me you went for Expanding Force. Oh, thank God. Okay. Okay. It makes sense because you switch out the Lecky, so now my max runs out. And I guess you assume you don't live the close combat. And whether they're potentially afraid now that, because Ho-Oh's +1 speed, it outspeeds, but they would know now it doesn't. Okay. So what's my play here? If you're my opponent, what do you do? Do you expect me to wide guard again? Last on a psychic terrain. We could switch out and get regenerator. I could CC again and hope it kills. She has no point recovering. I should have Brave Birded. Oh. Actually, we got Sun up, right? Ooh, that actually KOs. Okay, okay. Now the question is, does Calyrex die to a Thunderbolt from an Alecki? Okay. So they get another Grim Neigh. What I wouldn't give for them to be Life Orb, man. Terrain ends. Okay, Alecki, buddy, I'm gonna really need you to hit this, and hit it hard. Thunderbolts. Man, you gotta do 60% to a Calyrex, dude. Come on. Yes! Let's go. Get out of here, dude. Get absolutely out of here. Alright. Good. I'm glad I won that. I was real mad about that crit. Our opponent definitely made some questionable decisions by switching out their Alecki. I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? Because obviously we saw it die to the close combat. So I understand why they made that play. But at the same time, it's like, why wouldn't you Expanding Force and Thunderbolt? That way you're covering, like, okay, if he close combats me, my Alecki goes down, the Expanding Force KOs both of them. Right? Like, you're kind of like hedging your bets, and then if I do wide guard, Thunderbolt KOs the Ho-Oh, and Expanding Force just does nothing, and the Hitmonlee sits there completely useless. So I don't really understand that play. But anyway. It is fine. Unfortunately, I didn't click coaching at all in that game, but I just didn't really see the benefit of it when, you know, Hitmonlee was kind of being a pretty offensive threat in his own right. Also, it's taking a very long time to find a trainer, so I will just pause till I get to the next battle. Oh, alright, I was just about to give up, because it was taking a very long time to find somebody. Oh, come on, man. I know Calyrex Shadow is really strong, but can everyone just give it a rest on the Calyrex Shadow stuff? So it's Calyrex Shadow with another Alecki, another Indeedee female, another Glastrier. This one has Thunderous, which they'll almost certainly bring because obviously Incineroar is very good against their entire team, I want to say. But obviously there's a Thunderous. And you'll remember how I had to beat it last time. So that's great. I really don't want to lead the Incineroar, but I kind of really do. Rillaboom did sweet FA for us in the last game. It does have knockoff. It's just like, I can reset the terrain, but they're going to be min speed Indeedee again. That's the only thing, right? Like, whatever. I think that's my best option anyway. I always bring Ho-Oh and Hitmonlee again. No Incin, which means our options for that Dusclops are slim to nothing. But I guess I question whether you'd actually bring the Dusclops in this matchup. Unless you're going for a Glastrier endgame, so you could say lead Indeedee plus Calyrex with Dusclops, Glastrier in the back, so you can have the speed, try and knock out stuff super quick, and then have the Glastrier clean up in the endgame. So it is Calyrex and Thunderous. Okay. They didn't have a ground resist, did they? If you're my opponent, what do you do? Ground resist. I mean electric resist. It's just the Alecki. So here's what I'm thinking. I could max the Alecki, max Lightning the Thunderous, and Grassy Glide it. And just ignore the Calyrex. I feel like if you're my opponent, you don't stay in with the Calyrex. And you could max the Thunderous. I don't know. I don't know. Not quite what I expected. Okay. I guess the DD switch there makes sense. I should have targeted. Should I have targeted the Calyrex? No, I really need to get rid of that Thunderous. The question is whether they just went for an expanding force. And if so, who do they target? It just makes my Grassy Glide play seem a bit meh. But if Rilla, if these both these, that Scarf? What the frick, dude? Okay, let's focus Sash. What the hell? Why does that do so much? I don't know why it does so much, but seriously, is that Scarf or am I really so on the Alecki? And the better question is that a roll? Yeah, I don't know. Thunderous comes back in, you probably max it in Airstream, maybe? Alecki comes in, okay. I seriously want to check this real quick. I'm timid. That's definitely Choice Scarf. It's definitely Choice Scarf Calyrex. Okay. What do I do here? Is this my best play? Probably not. I gotta hope it's a roll. Ah, god damn it. That's a really interesting roll. Like, the fact that it did just over 50%. They webbed. And that's very depressing. Alright. I could have switched out Rillaboom. That was an option. I could have max guarded the Alecki, which I thought about, but I think my best play there was to hope that the Astral Barrage was just a high roll and they got the low roll next. But they didn't. So here we are, I guess. My best play to target the Alecki. I could fake out Alecki. No, I think we target Alecki and Wide Guard. If we catch them off guard here and we KO the Alecki, we're in a really good shot. Like, if Sacred Fire, if Ho-Oh lives and Sacred Fire KOs. Okay, Ho-Oh, buddy. Buddy, or pal. Because now that... Oh, and they can max, damn it. I was like, now the Calyrex is locked into Astral Barrage, but they can Dynamax. I forgot about that. Damn it. Oh well. Or Thunderous can max. Wow, they... why did I bring Ho-Oh to this game? Hell. So I mean, we lose regardless, right? You max the Calyrex here and Wild Charge the Hollow. And you just max Psychic the Hitmonlee. There's not a lot I can do about it. Yeah, I feel they hadn't maxed yet. I got really excited. I was like, oh boy, we can just lock the Calyrex into nothing here. We got Thunderous in the back. Trying to think how I could have played this differently. I mean, heck man, if I'd max Lightning the Calyrex turn 1, I probably won the game. I just played, I think, too conscious of the Thunderous. Like, I was too conscious of the fact that I couldn't deal with it very well. I assume Hollow dies to a Wild Charge here. Good to know we lived that. Life Orb. Good to know in case you run into them again and see the Sacred Fire damage, so... Okay. Alright, well... Yeah, obviously we can't win this game. So having... It's like last episode we ran into 2 Calyrex Ices, this episode we ran into 2 Calyrex Shadows. Obviously this Shadow is a much harder matchup for this team. Which is very unfortunate. But we're going to try and grab a 4th. It's like not even like getting up to Master Ball tier. I can't even get out of this dang tier, dude. I should really just have used the Calyrex Shadow team. But anyway. I just like to have fun. Also like winning, but yeah. It is what it is. What's a good song? Let's go random. Why not? Alright, I'll pause till I grab another battle. Alright, we have found another trainer. Hopefully they have something different, which they do. They have an Yveltal, which is very cool. And a Gastrodon. Which doesn't really affect us outside of Feeny. I feel like I haven't seen a Landorus for a while. Actually, I saw in the last episode. We destroyed it. Okay. So, outside of Gastrodon, outside of Gastrodon and Landorus, Alecki is very good here. Rillaboom can definitely put in a ton of work. They don't have terrain control. I'm not overly worried about Kartana. If I want to lead the Hitmonlee... I don't know why, I just like leading that... Bring the Hollow and the Hitmonlee, I think. Hitmonlee is good because we know that it close combat KOs an Alecki. I'm assuming if they have no investment. Alright, well, we got an interesting song because I don't know what the song this is. I know I turn the music like really low down when I edit, so I don't know, hopefully you guys can hear some of this. I'm not really sure what my opponent wants to lead here. Surely you don't lead the Yveltal. Never mind, they led the Yveltal. Okay. So if you're my opponent, what do you do here? In full honesty, do you max the Landorus? Do you max the Yveltal? Do you max Landorus protect the Yveltal? Because, like... I have Fake Out, but who am I faking out? Do you bring the Gastrodon in the back? Because they could just protect Yveltal here and max the Landorus and max Quake the Alecki, which is my best answer to... Okay. Gonna do this. If we can catch them with a Max Quake into the Alecki, I'll be really happy. But also switching out Alecki could be Okay, so they do protect. Are they rock sliding? Okay, they earthquaked. Okay, that's fine. I did U-turn the Yveltal slot just in case. I was gonna say earthquake should do pretty much nothing to Rillaw. Okay. I kind of put myself in a really weird spot now because of the Landorus. Pretty sure it's not Scarf. Hmm. Gonna Airstream the Landorus and hope they don't Rockfall. I should have just hard switched out Rillaboom last turn. Ah, they're Dynamaxing too. Damn it! Okay. I really thought they'd max the Yveltal. Yeah, this is really silly of me to do this with the Ho-Oh in front of a Landorus. Yeah. Unless they Airstream the Rillaboom for some reason. Maybe expecting me to protect, but I imagine it's Oblivion Wing into the Rillaboom plus Rockfall into the Ho-Oh. Yeah, there's the Oblivion Wing. With sick animation. Hitmonlee dies. Just don't show me Rockfall. Okay. Part of me hoped we'd live that. The big part of me knew I wouldn't live it. And what was I supposed to do here? Actually, what do they do if I brought Feeny? In all seriousness. Alright. Well. So the smarter play there was to switch out Ho-Oh to check for the Rockfall. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't. Just want to see how much this does. It's... yeah. This game's definitely, like, I lost because I didn't play this very well at all. I just kind of... you know, I mentioned playing like this before, but going Unga Bunga, like just trying to like click Dynamax. You know, must click Dynamax, must do this, must do that. And that's an Adamant Landorus. So I just didn't think about my plays well enough at all. I definitely didn't bring enough into this game to deal with the Landorus. Like, everything was weak to it. So it's a very big oversight on my part. I mean, even though it's weird, right? Because like there's 5 Pokemon on the team weak to a Landorus, so it's a bit of a weakness of the team. But also, me as a player should have 100%. I should have brought Feeny. All right. Well, a bit of a disappointing end. After such a great start, we just lost 3 in a row. So, we lost 3 in this episode. But that's right. I might just grind off camera and try and get up a bit. But yeah, that's going to do us off this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and I will see you in the next episode. Have a good day.